Hey there, traders, and welcome back to another episode of the Trades and Gains Daily Market Recap, where we dive into the wild world of stocks and finance. Because let's be real, it's like trying to navigate a puzzle blindfolded while being attacked by a swarm of bees. But don't worry, we've got this. So let's kick off our day with the indexes like we do every episode, where the third quarter has set the stage and stocks are off to a strong start. The Dow Jones Industrial Average saw a mini pop of 0.1%. The S&P 500 gained 0.3%, and the Nasdaq Composite led the way with a 0.8% rise. Now, what does this mean? Well, it means that investors are feeling optimistic about the economy. They're betting that companies will continue to make money and that the economy will keep growing. It's like they're saying, hey, the economy's doing okay, let's throw some money at it and see what happens. But as you know, when everybody goes to the beach, there's some people that will leave with sand in their crack, and Boeing is one of those companies. Unfortunately, they are in legal trouble and in some hot water again, but with the DOJ. And it's not just because of their terrible in-flight meals. The U.S. Justice Department is set to criminally charge Boeing with the fraud over 2 fatal crashes, and they're offering the company a plea deal to avoid a trial. Boeing will have till the end of the week to decide how they're going to handle this guilty plea, whether they want to go to trial or they want to just say that they're guilty and plea out. So, what happened exactly? Well, it turns out that Boeing might have misled regulators about the safety of their 737 MAX planes. And when I say might have, I mean they totally did. It's like they were playing a game of aviation roulette, and unfortunately, people lost their lives. Now, you're probably wondering what happens if Boeing pleads guilty. Well, if they plead guilty, it could face significant consequences. Some of these consequences would include a felony conviction, which would disrupt the company's ability to secure government contracts, including those with the U.S. military, a $487.2 million financial penalty with half of the amount credited for previous penalties as well, restitution, the amount of which would be decided by a judge in court, probation for 3 years, and a requirement for the company's board to meet with victims' families. One thing to keep in mind is this plea deal would not resolve or provide immunity to Boeing for any other conduct, including the January 5th incident. This means that the company could still face further legal action and penalties in the future. And if you don't remember that January 5th incident, then, well, that's why you have Google, because I'm not going to sit here and explain it to you. Anyways, this isn't a funeral or a memorial. This is a news segment, so let's just move on and talk about some EV stocks. And quite frankly, this industry is a lot more exciting than the aviation industry currently, because Rivian stock price jumped more than 3.9%, Lee's auto stock price soared 6.7%, and Tesla stock rose 5.5%. So what's driving this growth? Well, it's because people are finally waking up to the fact that electric vehicles are the future. They're cleaner, they're quieter, and they're way more fun to drive. I mean, who needs a gas-guzzling SUV when you can have a Tesla that goes from 0 to 60 in 3 seconds? And speaking of Tesla, they're having a big day today. Their stock price is up 5.5%, and it's all because of optimism ahead of their second quarter EV delivery data, which is expected to be reported on Tuesday. And people are wondering what's the big deal? Well, Tesla's basically the poster child for electric vehicles in America. They're the ones who made EVs cool, and they're the ones who are pushing the boundaries of what is possible. And if they can deliver on their promises, it could be a game changer for the entire industry. Now, moving over into China, BYD, who's basically the Chinese Tesla at this point, sold more than 426,000 fully electric vehicles in the second quarter, up about 21% year over year. So what's going on in China? Well, it turns out that the Chinese government is heavily investing in electric vehicles. They're offering subsidies, they're building out charging infrastructure, and they're making it easy for people to buy EVs. And it's fucking working. China's now the largest EV market in the world, and they're not slowing down anytime soon. But that's all we have for you tonight, folks. Thanks for watching, and remember, the stock market is like a roller coaster, but with more numbers and fewer loops. But seriously, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, go ahead, leave a like and subscribe so you never miss an update from the Trades and Gains family.